So, hello everybody. If we're live, I really appreciate your patience as we've been working out some kinks behind the scenes. Today, as you can tell, welcome to the talent show powered by TTEC. We're your hosts, Jennifer Nelson.
And I'm Monty Alvarez Cunningham. You are watching Volume 2, Episode 2. I am joining you guys from Southwest Michigan. Jen, tell us where you're from.
I am coming in from sunny South Florida. I think it's like 60 some odd degrees, really bright and beautiful. And I'm very sorry for everybody else that's kind of facing the wrath of snow or the colder weather, but sending warm thoughts.
Must be really nice. It is like 27 degrees here in Michigan, and it is covered in snow. But we'd love to know where you're joining us from. So please put it in the comments. Let us know where you're watching from. And seeing a few comments starting to come in.
Ooh.
I see some Portuguese. Cool. All right.
Well, hello. Oh,
Hello.
I love it. Hi. Here. Thank you again for everybody and their patience. We had some technical challenges, but that we overcome, and we appreciate the team behind the scenes really helping us out here, and you guys for being here when we showed up.
Oh, cool. We see Philadelphia. Hey, Quinetta. We see Terry in the UK. Weiss in London. Catherine in Georgia. Wow. Rome, Brazil, Mexico, Poland. Poland, you want to stick around because we got some good news for you at the end of the show. And Ahmedabad, India, Morocco. Some really cool places I really want to visit once it's okay to travel again. Yeah. Yeah. So like Jen was mentioning, this is the talent show, and we're going to be hosting today.
Yeah, and every other week, Thursdays at noon or a little bit after it happens, we focus on TTEC's most valuable asset. It's talent. The people who bring the skills, the drive, and the life here behind TTEC, as well as our clients and customers, and like Monica alluded to, some of the hottest jobs that we have coming up.
That's right, Jen. People are truly at the heart of what we do here at TTEC. We are the human experience elevated. So each week we'll highlight our TTEC website, our values, and a hot TTEC job opportunity.
Yeah, and this week we're going to get a little personal. I know you haven't met us yet, but we're going to get personal with our new employee experience. And that's the title for today, going through our new employee experience.
Yeah, so typically we'd like to have a guest, but today we don't have a special guest in the studio because, as Jen mentioned, we're going to get personal. We're going to share our experience. We're both fairly new employees to TTEC, and we're going to tell you what it's been like for us since joining. So Jen, can you kick it off and tell us what it's been like for you since you joined TTEC?
Yeah, it's honestly been impressive. I've been at a lot of big organizations. A little background about me. I'm a veteran and a former government employee, so really big organizations. And it always impresses me when a great organization like TTEC can come together and not only successfully onboard a new employee, but do it 100% remotely. And when I came on, I didn't know what that would look like, and I had I had some things like, I was like, what would this be like? Will we get everything? Will I know everything? But between the training and the amazing team behind our global talent acquisition marketing team, which Monty and I are part of, we're specifically doing some community relations, reaching out to workforce partners, and doing amazing things in talent acquisition. They really made it smooth, made it a lot of fun, and made sure that we never felt the hindrance of being remote and what those challenges can bring naturally.
I agree, Jen. It's been such a seamless experience. I mean, I know we're in two totally different states in the United States, and our managers are across the country, but it's always felt like one unified, cohesive team from the onboarding to where we're at now. It's just, there's so much collaboration going on, and it's really felt, like we're in the same office, even though we're not. Like, we've never seen each other in person, but I feel like I know you. So
No, and that's so true. And I think that goes back to amazing people behind the scenes and then just creating a really collaborative environment. So you, Mani, you're equally as new as I am, which sounds crazy. What stood out to you in this new employee experience with TTEC?
yeah, so like you mentioned, just how seamless it's been working virtually. I would also like to throw out a question to everybody who is also working in this virtual environment. So, let us know in the chat, in the comments, what about this virtual environment has actually helped you in your career or in your job search? Are there any things that have actually been positives for you during this time that we've all been working virtually? And we want to see your comments in the chat. So, Jen, to answer your question, our managers have been so supportive with our career development from day one. So I started back in October of 2020, just like you, and the exposure we've had to different areas of the company, just different like growth opportunities, like the Center of Excellence. There's so many great trainings on there that we have had access to since day one. And, not only do we have access to, but our managers have supported us and like encouraged us to, build up skills that we've been wanting to build up and, learn new skills. So that's been really great. There's a ton of support groups. So, for us, like women in leadership is so important. And, there's a resource group for women who want to be leaders. And, the opportunities we've had to meet some amazing women leaders across the company through that has just been so wonderful. And then on top of that, just like being able to create content, to really position the TTEC brand. It's such a great employer. Like, I have loved my experience since joining. It's been such a wonderful, wonderful experience. And, being able to contribute content, from day one to really highlight what a great employer it is. It's been great.
Yeah, and I completely agree. I mean, look at us right now. We're 4 months into employment, and there's so much trust and faith that TTEC has put into us as professionals and as advocates for the company. We're here and loving this opportunity. And furthermore, I love to. I'm big about mission, right? And for me, coming here and being able to support veterans going forward and with the current climate. I love that as a mission coming in, and they encourage that and applaud it. And I also love the new opportunities that we have coming down the pipeline to support vaccine initiatives here in the United States. So everybody stay tuned for that as we come up and we share come on live and do more shows. I love to see that they trust us. I love to see that the training is there and that we have a great and continuing mission here at TTEC.
Yeah, I think everything you've said. I also forgot to mention that we have, teammates all over the world like Deanna and Dora who actually help us, put on this show and have been, keeping it alive. And then we also have our teammates in the Philippines who we collaborate with. So, it's been this virtual environment. I have actually found it to be pretty wonderful, just connecting with people that you never would have had the opportunity to connect with. You and I host, virtual job fairs with employers all over the country. And, whereas in the past, you'd probably attend one in person that was more local, but now we have so many work from home opportunities. We're able to open that up to so many people because we're having these job fairs on Zoom. And speaking of the virtual environment, that's my dog in the background, Charlie. He's going to be making frequent appearances. So yeah, the virtual experience I think has been great. You and I have made it work. Jen and I have done morning workouts together virtually just to keep each other accountable and to try to really like work on that teamwork aspect too. So yeah, that's what I love about this virtual environment, Jen.
So let's get people into our virtual world and into TTEC and talk about some hot jobs that we have coming up.
Sure. Yeah, Jen, would you like to pull up what jobs we are going to be seeing on our website?
Yeah, I think that should be popping up shortly here. There we go, maybe. There we go. I don't know if you can hear Monica with me up here, but the first hot job that we wanted to talk about was the bilingual opportunities in sales and business development, specifically in Krakow, Poland, and then also Dublin, Ireland. I currently have Dublin, Ireland up right now. And this is super easy to search. Go to ttecjobs.com, and I kept it very general and just did by location. So I have Dublin, Ireland down in here, and saw all the opportunities that are available. The second hot job we have coming up, and this is super hot, especially with us behind the scenes, one of our site positions in Kansas City, Missouri. There's 2 opportunities for customer service representatives. And in order to search that, super simple, instead of going general, you can go to the career paths and look up specific customer service professionals. So out of Kansas City, we have property and casualty license agent, and then a insurance agent customer service position. So those are some of the hot jobs we have coming up. Great opportunities in Kansas City, specifically currently at home. But we like to look for those candidates within 60 miles because eventually when the world is a little bit safer and everybody can come back to the sites, they will be asked to come back to the sites. So we're really excited about those job opportunities, not only in the United States, but in glorious locations like Dublin and Krakow, Poland. So those are our hot jobs.
Yeah, and we're getting some questions in the chat about whether there's UK work from home opportunities. We have work from home opportunities all over the world. So we really encourage you to go on our website, and you can filter out by country, and you can see what opportunities we have in your home country. So I'm also seeing some comments about how working virtually has helped people stay safe working from home, especially, with autoimmune disease. So yeah, there have been a lot of, wonderful things that have come out from working from home, even though I know a lot of us really do miss collaborating with coworkers in an office environment. I feel like this virtual environment has really set us up to be able to do a lot more than we were able to do in the past. So especially here with TTEC, like we've said, it's been such a wonderful experience, collaborating with each other, with people all over the world. So yeah. Jen, is there anything?
I just wanted to respond to Terry. Terry, I took a quick search here behind the scenes, just going to ttecjobs.com. There are currently 5 positions in the UK at that level. And then there's always customer service positions globally, as Rebecca had said. So there's some amazing work from home opportunities. And I love the comments about safety too. One of the biggest reasons why I wanted to work remote is because we're in a very unique environment that we have this opportunity not only to stay safe, but to also prove that we can, as humans, work from home and find a great work-life balance and satisfy clients and provide be great employees in our homes or in co-working spaces or whatever you are comfortable to do in this current environment. So Thank you for the comments. Really appreciate that.
Yeah. And one more thing that I want to go back to, TTEC as an employer, we're really into living our values, and TTEC really supports us in living those values. So Jen and I like to joke because my favorite value is seek first to understand. So I am someone who's always asking a ton of questions. I am always trying to get answers because I want to know everything. I'm the type of person that I need to know how everything works. So seek first to understand is the value that really speaks to me. I ask a ton of questions, and everybody on the team is really supportive about that. There's never any stupid questions. And it really, I really appreciate that. It makes me feel seen and valued here at TTEC. What about you, Jen? I know you got one that you really like.
I do. It's and you're gonna put me on the spot and have a brain fart moment. It's basically integrity. Do what's right, and that for me lends back to my Army values, which is it's one of the 7 that the Army has. And in the military, it's a different thing. It means that you're always going to be true, and you're gonna support the mission. At TTEC, I look at it as doing the right thing means that there's somebody next to you that's doing the right thing, and as I've experienced, they're looking out for your best interest and want to help and want to support you. And I've felt that since day one. And I always like to talk about how people that I have met at TTEC were so often started right in these customer service roles. They were associates, they were on the floors, and they worked their way up through training and initiative and all of the tools that TTEC provided them behind the scenes. And they're doing amazing things in marketing and consulting and in technology. So somebody's doing the right thing. I think that's a true expression of that TTEC value.
Yeah, that's a good one. And we actually have a great video highlighting do the right thing as a value on our YouTube page. So please check out the TTEC YouTube page. We have a video called The Unsung Hero, and it is specifically about do the right thing. So we're going to wrap it up here. Thank you so much for joining us today. We hope you enjoyed this edition of the Talent Show powered by TTEC. Next time, we will have all of those technical difficulties under control. So hopefully it'll be seamless and you won't have to wait so long. But yeah, thank you so much. And we'll see you again in 2 weeks on February 4th.
Or stay tuned to see if there are any other technical difficulties. They're fun. We're all about outtake shows. But thank you guys. Thank you for being patient, and thank you for joining us.